On a road, come on in.
There a posted weight limit?
No, come on in.
I'm gonna take the stairs.
Come on.
Yeah,
No,
honestly,
we gotta go.
the same thing.
There's
no
one
stair.
way up or down.
All
Press the
right,
I'm
button,
just
Rose.
saying, I
Second
seen what
floor.
happened.
Second floor. Somebody press the button.
I
There
seen
we
what
go.
happened at
Oh God.
the apartments.
All right.
All right, now I'm gonna press the button that Flop wouldn't.
Please press it.
Thank God.
Oh wow. A lovely day.
Please, people, a calm ride.
Lula?
Hi, Morrow.
Oh my god. Hello, everybody. I'm Matt Rhodes.
Hi, Rhodes. I know.
Matt Rose, we gotta get away from the door. We didn't even leave yet.
Please,
Gotta get away.
please
Come on,
get
get
away
closer.
from the door.
Get closer. Come on. There we are. All right.
So, what's everybody's favorite dinner food?
Lasagna.
I'm gonna say this now. If you say pizza, you a basic bitch.
Lobster
True.
roll.
What?
Steak.
Your favorite dinner? You just have a single lobster roll?
You never had a lobster roll, Flop?
No, it would kill me.
Any gnocchi lovers in here?
Lob's
Gnocchi?
version of a
It's in
lobster
gnocchi.
roll would be
gnocchi.
like
It's in gnocchi.
when it's available.
You're
at
out of your
McDonald's.
mind. What do you mean
Oh,
gnocchi?
It's
Craft
gnocchi.
dinner
Can't
with
have lobster.
pieces of
It
sausage
would kill
in
me.
it.
it's pronounced
I
gnocchi.
knew that.
Gnocchi.
My favorite dinner is a beer.
In gnocchi.
Let's do the carne asada
Yep.
fries again.
Are we there yet?
Isn't
No,
that a
yeah,
Taco
that's
Bell?
what I'm
Very
wondering.
slow,
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Sugar, thank you for the 5 months. I
There's so many of us
appreciate
in
you.
here, probably
Doing
it's
this
taking even
chat,
longer.
please. Thank you.
Oh wow.
I would have thought that make us go
Yeah,
down
but we're
fast.
going down faster.
Oh, we are
yeah.
going down fast. You're right.
Well, if you think about
you know-
it, it can't accelerate as fast because
Exactly.
it does it.
It's a controlled
Oh,
descent.
there it is.
Okay, let's
Yeah,
go.
we're there.
Let's
Let me
go. Let us
Hey.
go.
Woo. Nice.
Yeah.
At least no one got punched.
All right, now we gotta walk back down.
You love me.
Mm-hmm. I got my eye on you.
That's a bad start.
That's good.
Yeah.
Wait, how? Why everyone got
Put
their
that in the
vests
trash.
on?
We don't have
Is this
police
like-
on our outfits, so having
Turner, I'm gonna upset you.
Hey, Barrick.
Look at the spacing.
Hey.
Your pants look great.
Thanks. I would say I've been working out, but it's just kind of been life that's been
Isn't
that.
it another floor down?
I love your hat.
Do we want to go to the garage, or do we want to go to the lobby?
We'll take the other way
Your shoelaces are tied perfectly.
because I want to make a point.
Okay.
Barrick looks more like Oh, Barrick no, with a it's hat.
We're never going to bed. Sugar, have you been? I hope you're doing
Guys,
well,
you're
doing
gonna-
good. Thanks
you're
for
gonna
dropping your
get used to
prime.
Barrick with no hat.
I'm not.
taking
Even,
them
No, no.
yeah, we're taking.
My big
another
Eric
round.
always wears his hat.
Would love
Yeah,
some
bro.
fresh air.
Listen, Barrick.
Last one through, we'll lock the door.
I met you with a huge beard, super long hairs, and a cowboy hat.
Wish that.
A group 6.
That
I
was
do
still the
remember.
case.
Robbery with a deadly weapon.
All right, I'm about to make a point. Our key fobs for these doors are not great. Okay? And it's even worse when you are driving. However, that doesn't, at least to me, I do not have any way to really enforce this, but. Wow. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Thank God it wasn't the only one. Honestly.
I need.
You all right?
Dear God.
You can really take a punch.
Oh.
Did you see that?
Oh,
Your point, Barrick.
Just,
Did you see that?
just really take your time and make sure you properly lock the door, please.
Did you see that?
Just please.
Oh, I saw it.
Doesn't take much time. Yeah, what's up?
Oh,
Oh shit.
fancy.
Oh.
You told me to lock it.
Is this the
sorry.
new captain's car?
Ooh.
Oh my God.
no, it's not. This is the vehicle we're going to be using to go up to Fort Zancudo.
Yeah, you'll figure it out.
Damn, it's nice.
We're not taking. Well, one day they're rentals right now. One day we'll get.
Alice, where you at?
Cap, to clarify, are we taking only these, not CVPIs whatsoever?
Correct.
Gotcha.
Oh my gosh.
All right. And that pretty much concludes our tour as we're back here. And you guys are going to be moving
How long
on
is
to
a
the next
day?
segment.
God, I don't
But,
know.
Thanks for the tour.
We hit 8 hours,
Absolutely.
baby.
Yeah, thanks.
Appreciate you guys.
Woo!
Appreciate you.
Thank you for the processing. Little tour, that was great.
Absolutely. Here's my number for all you guys. If you have any questions at any point in time, I'm more than welcome to do my best to answer them, as I'm sure everybody else is. And just remember, making mistakes is perfectly fine. Just gotta, well, yeah, that kind of sets like a consistency thing, and it starts to make a precedent that you could potentially be a problem setter. So
Wop.
I don't
Yeah.
recommend that, but
Thank you, by the way.
What'd I do?
don't be afraid to make mistakes.
No, I just want to say thank you.
You're welcome.
You'll probably be afraid to make them twice.
Absolutely.
Be very afraid to make them twice.
You-
So what I'm going
you
to
know
do
what
here,
I'm
since y'all
referencing?
are on radio, I need everyone to actually head upstairs to your lockers, get your firearms, make sure they stay in the box.
Wait,
do not
let me think.
load them. Do
The
not
fact
have
that
your
you
mag.
finally told me you're allergic
Grab
to
your
shellfish.
firearm, your taser cartridge, your
I
magazine.
feel like I've
your
said this to you
bullets,
before.
Your taser prongs.
Well,
Grab all
well, I
that,
don't think
make sure you
so.
Keep the weapons in the box. I also want. Let me make sure I make this clear. I also
Hold on one
want
second.
everyone to pick up 3 extra boxes of 9mm ammunition. So in total, you should have 6. Go ahead and grab it all. Go now. We're gonna meet back here in the garage.
Is there an ATM
Yeah.
like near the armory?
It's good that I know.
I can pay with my bank. Okay, cool.
I feel like
Why?
you've been trying to fly under the radar with this.
I'm sorry. Is this something to do with?
It's like you wanted me to see nothing.
I'm sorry. Are you implying that this has something to do with the scallop conversation? I feel like we're tying in somewhere.
No comment.
Okay.
No comment.
I'm gonna make this clear. Shellfish,
All right.
shrimp, lobster, oyster.
Phenomenal.
Can't have any of it. And you know what?
Eh.
Oysters are fucking disgusting.
Eric,
Yeah.
are you allergic to shellfish?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Majority of seafood, except like standard fish.
Like salmon? Is salmon good?
I like salmon.
Yeah, I can have salmon.
Salmon works.
Ooh.
How do we feel about bagel and lox?
I don't even know
What?
what the fuck that is.
What'd you just say? I heard bagel.
Bagel and
Did you
lox?
just try and summon something?
Oh,
Bagel what?
Bagel and lox.
I don't know what that is.
You don't know what bagel, cream cheese, and smoked salmon is?
I know what a bagel is, but the rest of that.
No.
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Bagel, cream cheese, top tier. Well, you're saying it wrong. It's cream cheese with bagel. So let's get that straight.
Okay, all right. That's fair. That's fair. I think that's a fair assessment. But
Lox, though, I've never heard anyone say that ever.
bagel and lox is a very popular thing, but it's also not like something everybody knows, I think.
Okay, hold up. Turner, do you know what someone means if they say bagel and lox?
Absolutely, smoked salmon
No,
on
I've
a
never
bagel.
heard that in my life.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
That's
I'm a
my
barrack
captain
here.
right there.
I've never heard that in my life.
I'm so surprised by this.
Yeah, I've never heard that.
Oh, hold on. I'm
gonna be real.
gonna test the waters.
You could just about put anything on a bagel with cream cheese and it would be good. Like
That's fair.
I'm
What's the go-to bagel though? If you say everything, you basic.
No, I'm not big on an everything bagel.
Toast
For
and
me
sesame.
personally, I'd prefer like if I'm going with cream cheese, I think I prefer like a blueberry bagel. Can't go
Okay,
wrong. I would
that is
say
good.
chocolate. However, I ain't trying to have chocolate melt all over my hand. Yeah, you've never had a bagel like a chocolate, like it's not chocolate throughout. It's got like chocolate chips throughout that melt when it gets toasted, but that makes it messy. You can't even hold it properly
I think I've only
without
had the,
getting chocolate on your hand.
I think I've only had the
Once
cheapy
y'all
ones
are,
you would
got
get
your
from like
equipment, you head back
the
down to
grocery store.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, like those little like whatevers. I've never had like a good authentic one. I will admit I have a soft spot for a toasted cinnamon raisin bagel.
Though, okay, cinnamon anything is pretty top tier for the most part. Now I will say, if you've ever had like an Asiago bagel from Panera, them are pretty good.
I feel like
don't lie, them is pretty good.
I feel like you hype a lot of things up at Panera.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, don't go there for caffeine no more.
Yeah.
you ain't get so much caffeine no more.
This is true. I don't know. I think Panera does good soups. I don't go out of my way for Panera.
I'm big on mac and cheese, and a lot of people used to play up their mac and cheese. I really don't think it's that great.
Thank God. Thank God. I just talked about this earlier. My hot take is mac and cheese is not that great. Everybody has.
Well, hold on. No. You're still wrong. You're still wrong.
No.
You're still wrong.
How? How?
How what? How what?
Tell me what makes mac and cheese so great.
Everything.
Okay. You ever have someone pull you aside and go, listen, Matt, I got this homemade mac and cheese recipe that'll knock your socks off. Amazing. Homemade secret formula. Don't tell anyone. And it's just mac and cheese with like shells and fucking bacon bits. I'm just saying. Listen, some people hype up their mac and cheese way too much.
I agree. I unfortunately think that there are so many different, variations of mac and cheese that some people think are superior that clearly are not. But
y'all are gonna get your call signs, all right?
I'm needed for this.
I'm gonna have you guys actually flop. If you want to go through while I record these.
Yeah, not a problem.
These are their call signs during the cadet phase. You're gonna be in the 800s, 800 to 899.
How's it going, Paulus?
All right, so it's gonna be first come first serve essentially, unless it's up to you what you want to pick.
Have you seen this?
Make sure it's something you can say fluently, carefully, safely. However you need to say it. I know I have a speech impediment. From time to time, I have a hard time saying certain words or certain numbers together. So just find something that's easy for you, whatever you're comfortable with. All right. Go ahead. They're flopping. I'll record these.
Not a problem.
Make sure when you call out your call sign or once flop addresses you, make sure you state your full name for me, please.
I was gonna just say that I don't know everybody. So just respectfully speaking, if you could just give me your name so I know you number 1 and 2, so this is easier to record and we can get through this quick, that would be great. Let's just do a single file line, one at a time. You come up, give each other space. First, last, and the call sign you want. I believe all numbers are currently available, unless Turner, that's changed. As far as I know, everything is available. So first come, first serve. Go ahead and step up, first and last, and the call sign you want.
Desmond Troy, 800.
Desmond Troy, 800.
DT, I'm gonna remember him as drug
Awesome.
trafficker.
Next.
Clover Fields, 810.
Yeah.
Miss Fields is going to be 810. Good to meet you, Fields.
You too?
Lewis Brixton, 805.
Who?
Lewis Brixton, 805.
Oh, Brixton. Lewis Brixton, 805.
Jack Lawson, 888.
Mr. Lawson, good to meet you. 888 for Mr. Lawson.
Santino Forte, 850.
Mr. Forte, good to meet you. Mr. Forte is going to be taking 850.
All right.
Coco Mars, 869.
Mars, like M-A-R-S?
Correct.
And what was that call sign again?
869.
869.
Why'd you choose that number, Mars?
It's just was a hockey number when I was younger. 69.
Your jersey number's 1869.
Oh, it was 69. I was a goalie. It was 2 numbers.
69. Okay. Aren't goalies 0 to 10 or single digits?
Yeah, I was originally 31, but the reserve goalie took my number, so I got to choose any number I wanted.
Mr. Mars, you know what goalies can't do?
What's that?
Score.
Oh, damn. Stop.
Listen, I understand you're still a little bit upset with that punch.
Next.
Oh. Lucas Lavender,
Wait a minute, was that a cadet giving sass? Oh, okay.
86 what?
866.
866, Lucas Lavender. Good to see you, Lucas.
Hello.
Hello, Selena Frost, 812.
Hi, Selena. Selena's gonna be taking 812, and I think that concludes everybody.
Thank you, sirs.
I mean,
All right, can you get them sorted with their call signs, departments, and all that too? We'll get that ordered now.
You mean just having them set it up for dispatch?
Yep.
middle name.
Okay. So for call signs, the call sign that you have chosen is the call sign you're going to have during your cadet phase. This should not change. So the way that this works is you want to set it properly so that in dispatch we can find your number and associate it with you. The way you're going to do that is you're going to check out your MDT and do /call sign with your call sign number that you picked dash your last name. So if you check your dispatch, you will see everybody else. I am, for example, 125-Dugong. As Dugong is my last name, you're going to do the same with your call sign, followed by your last name.
Just to correct what he's telling you, you're going to do call sign dash last name dash.
I forgot about the second dash. Good call.
Do you want us to go clock off and clock on after?
Yeah, you'll have to in order to
do you have
get its
to
update.
for call signs? I thought that was only for.
Do.
Okay.
You have to do it for department. I don't think the call sign. We could do it anyways. We'll just have
I did
everyone do it anyways.
yesterday to be able to reset it, sir. When you had reset my stuff yesterday.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, we can have them do it real quick.
All right. Do you want us to go upstairs and do it?
Damn, I ruined that man.
If everyone's done, yeah, we might as well.
Yeah, if we're all good.
If they are gonna sign off, have they changed their departments yet, or is
No,
it not
they
intended
need
that they're-
to.
Dude, did you not cover that there, Flop?
What was
He
that?
didn't get a chance to yet.
Departments yet? Okay. My apologies.
I was actually going to ask you, Turner. Is everybody going to still be under the same
SCU?
Okay.
Yep.
So the other thing you want to do is you want to change your department. Your department is the blip that you're going to see on your GPS. This is the way that we're going to see each other when responding to calls.
Thank you.
It's just the color that we've picked. So you're going to do the same thing that you did with your call sign, but instead it's going to be on your MDT, you're going to do /department space SCU. And the MDT should update that in the computer. You do have to sign out and sign back in for that to update. The SCU department is going to show up as a black blip on our GPS.
Everybody understand how to do that? Understand what he's saying?
You just put it in your summary there.
No.
No. You want to in your MDT or
Same way you did your call sign.
Yeah, same way you did your call sign is the same way that you're going to do your
How
department.
do you do your
okay.
call sign? Because I did it in my summary.
Yeah, so did I.
Okay.
On the your console. So
Yeah.
if you pull out your MDT and you go through console.
Yep. And then what are you writing there? Call sign.
It'll be /call sign space your call sign number dash your last name dash. And then for department, it's going to be the same process. It will be /department space SCU. Once you do both those and everybody is all up to date and caught up, we'll have everybody sign out and sign back in so that our dispatch system can kind of update you. And then we'll go from there. Does anybody have any questions?
No, sir, not for me.
Oh, so we're doing first and last name for the call sign, yeah?
No, just first. My apologies. It comes with first and last. My apologies. You're gonna do last
just
one.
last or
Just
just
one.
for, yeah,
Just
yeah,
last.
yeah. And we're not adding the hashtag there, eh? Just the number.
No, that's just a number. Yep.
Yeah, yep, sweet. All good.
We have nicknames for some of them.
So one more time, I'm just gonna hold up this piece of paper to show you exactly what we're looking for. Just making sure everybody's got it done here. Everybody's on that.
Dispatch is going to notify us that it's done, but not the call sign, right?
Correct. But once you sign off, you go upstairs, you sign your last name first, first name last, and then sign it once again to come back on duty. It should update it. They should update it right away. So everybody's got both of those done?
All right, I got the call sign. I just on the second one now.
What's that? You're
on the department?
Your department?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Same process, but it's /department space SCU. The SCU is going to be one word. In case you need it in more reference, I believe Turner held it up a little higher so that people have a chance to see it.
You got that all taken care of there, Coco?
Yep. Should be good.
All right. Let's get y'all to double time it out that door over there. Go into the front lobby. Don't run anybody over. Sign off. Sign on. Get back down here. Let's go.
Oh, I was gonna find out who it was. I was gonna say if the last person don't close, I was getting ready. Oh, I was gonna cook.
Mars, make sure that you do your call sign. It does not look like it's updated yet if you haven't done it yet.
All right, I'll give it another go.
Sorry if I didn't explain that clearly or if that was confusing.
No, it's kind of hard, you know.
Yeah, there's some things that are a little difficult to just explain.
Yep.
In detail, so
I have a hard time with it too. Not just you. You're all right. So my plan again. I'm just gonna reiterate. I got 4 cars out. We'll split everybody up into 4 cars. Maybe even put it on 2 separate channels, so it's a little bit less chaotic. We'll have 2 separate chases on the way up there. All we're gonna do is just it's a small intro to it, is what it is. It's not intended to be this big long instruction. It's just a small intro to this is what radio communications sound like. Let's make sure they're nice and clear. Directions, left, right. We're not going over necessarily pursuits today, but we are going over radio etiquette right now. And I do want to spend some time so these people have proper radio etiquette, a good understanding of it before we get to get them out of this academy.
Gotcha.
So I'm going to spend... where are we at? 12. Okay, so I'm going to spend until about probably another 45 to an hour on this.
Oh my God.
This subject, and then I got 45 to do 2. And in terms of firing, you could probably knock it out in like 20 minutes. Weapon safety, firearm training, and then use of force I think is also 20. So yeah, try to do about 45 minutes from now. Be done with yours. Maybe even an hour at most.
What's that for
radio etiquette?
Okay, and that'll be with everybody. Is that next or is that after?
No, we're gonna go as soon as we leave here. We're gonna get to the airfield. Then let's step over here.
Lawson did not get their call signs in properly.
Yeah, I was gonna go on. Mars and Lawson, are both of you here? I apologize.
Yeah, yep, we're here, yep.
Okay, it doesn't look like your call sign's updated. Just do me a favor and try it again. Again, it's MDT. It's /call sign space your the call sign you chose dash last name dash, and then you're gonna submit that.
Yeah, yep, that would have worked now. Do we want to sign in and out now, or?
Let me see if yours updated. Actually, yeah. You know what? Just to be certain, make sure you you sign on and sign back in.
Yep. All right. Let me know.
Yeah, it looks like it took now.
Okay.
So they just need to go sign on and sign in.
Awesome. Sorry about that.
Watson, where you at?
Lobby.
We are about to cook some goddamn.
Yeah. So we'll just do
Is
2
today
separate
your
channels.
breakfast order day?
Half of them will go 2 people in each vehicle with an instructor. We got 4 instructors right now. It doesn't matter who does comms. Just keep your comms clean, basic, straightforward driving. I feel like it'll be code 3, but not to the wall. You know, don't injure nobody.
I don't know what the order though.
We'll go to the airfield. We'll meet up on the airfield, and we'll meet up in one of the hangars. We're going to use one for a makeshift shooting range.
I love strong coffee.
I'll find it when we get there. We'll find a spot for you to do your radio etiquette part, and I'll find a spot for us to work out of.
That's fine.
All right. Once they get down here, we'll let them up and we get them going.
Cool. Do you want FTOs driving the vehicles, or do you want them to kind of get used to driving?
No, we are driving.
Okay.
Instructors are driving because we're going to do a pursuit, and it's essentially on the way down there.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm saying. So 2 of us will go on channel 6, 2 of us stay on 5. we do pursuit comms. Just as an example, it's just another chance to let them hear comms, you know?
I gotcha. I'm sorry. I wanted to make sure I was understanding. That makes sense.
Okay. 2, 4, 6, 7.
Mr. One more person. Who are we missing?
Mars is on the way.
All right. Mac and cheese, omelet, eggs, bacon. Oh, God. I gotta grab my phone with Uber on it. Hold on. Oh, God, the phone's almost
All right,
dead.
you have both these roads? Do we have any officers actually out there right now? No, we don't.
I can go out there.
I know it's rough, but
okay.
Yeah, we need some people out there too.
I think Hughes and Watt were out there, no?
Are they?
Watt's at Mission Row. Don't worry, I'll listen, I got grime drivers to pull over.
Thank you, Rhodes. Appreciate you.
Okay.
All right. So I explained to them already,
Yeah,
Watson,
they'll be
but
able
we're
to
going to do 2 recruits to each vehicle. We're going to head up to Fort Zancudo. We're going to do pursuit comms. So myself and Flop will be on channel 6. You two can be on channel 5. I don't care who's chasing, who's following. You're just going to do radio comms and explain to them what a pursuit comm sounds like. This is a small example, just on the way up there. And we'll meet up there, and we'll go from there, okay?
Okay, sounds good.
Just using every opportunity to explain stuff to them.
Absolutely.
Let's do it. All right, so what's going to happen, we're going to split you all up.
Two people to each of the Tauruses to our right. Don't move yet, though. We're going to give you guys pursuit.
I'm just going to talk without the radio. Pursuit communication on the way up there. We're not going necessarily into pursuit comms too in detail right now, but just so you have an example of what pursuit comms actually sound like. So go ahead and split up. 2 people per Taurus. Don't get in the driver's seat. Let's go.
Come on, Clover.
You and I on channel 6, you said?
Yep.
Awesome.
I'll meet you up at Fort Zancudo.
You said no driver's seat,
driving.
though. You want to go in front or in the back, Luca?
I'll go in the back. It's okay.
If we're driving, you're driving.
Oh, we're getting with Barrick. Let's go. Oh, wait, that's not Barrick.
All right. I'm going to transition channel 6.
Sorry, Flop.
For you, Tinner.
Sorry, it's the mustache, okay?
Hey, listen, it's all good.
There should be.
These horses look nice.
They are kind of nice, aren't they? Aren't they?
Oh, you on here?
Yep, A-firm.
Okay, you're chasing me
So
down.
It's not a
Copy.
wolf, but it's not. It's pretty.
Are you guys on Radio 5?
1 sec. Radio 6. Channel 6.
6.
All right, is everybody on channel 6? We good?
Everybody's on channel 6. That's in our vehicles, yeah.
All right, I'm gonna say this over the radio. This is just gonna be a sort of a mock pursuit so you guys can hear it and understand it. If you have any questions, you can ask once we get up to the airfield. Dispatch 125, 1080, black color cruiser, westbound Vespucci Boulevard, going through Legion Square, requesting a 77. 125 is primary. We're continuing westbound Vespucci Boulevard. Crossing Power Street, continuing west. Traffic light, weather is clear. It's not clear.
Oh!
You guys go!
Ow! Oh! Oh! Ow!
You all right?
Yeah, I'm Ocean King. They barely
my
grazed me.
God.
All right, we continue. Westbound Vespucci, right, northbound Peaceful Street. Speed's about 50 miles an hour. Crossing San Andreas, transition northbound Las Lagunas Boulevard. Left, west, right, north. Immediate left westbound, 8 Milton Parkway. Right eastbound, Carcer Way. Left northbound through an alleyway off of Carcer. Exiting out on Eastbourne Way, right eastbound Eastbourne Way. Crossing Hawick, continuing northbound Eastbourne Way. Left westbound Spanish.
How's y'all's fuel looking, by the way?
Very low, but I should be able to make
mine
it.
too.
Yeah, maybe we're
We're gonna upgrade Ocean and fuel up. Yeah.
Hey, firm, that works. Continuing westbound Spanish, cross Rockford Drive. Approaching Mad Wayne Thunder. Right northbound, Mad Wayne Thunder Drive. Vehicle slowing, left westbound, West Coast Boulevard. Passing by the Richmond Hotel. Right northbound, Hardy Way. Left westbound,
Wow.
Picture Perfect Drive.
You're doing great.
Passing through the college, going to be approaching North Rockford Drive. Left southbound, North Rockford Drive. What do you think of the 14 months? I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you. Can we get some hearts in chat, please? Continuing southbound, North Rockford. Slowing right westbound, West Coast Boulevard. Look at me go, dog. Damn. Continuing westbound, West Clips. 22. Transitioning southbound, Bay City Avenue.
You got this. You're
right
good.
Northbound, Bay City Incline. Correction, westbound, Bay City Incline.
It's like it's a tough one because it's like northwest.
Yeah. Right northbound into the gas station.
Just refueling real quick.
Magenta, thank you for the 6 months. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you.
I love.
I guess while we have a minute of downtime, I'll go into this later a little bit. Does anybody have any questions about the way that I am saying my comms? Does anybody have any questions about that?
I like when you get to the end of the street. Is it because you know the street by heart that you're gonna say it, or is it because you look on your GPS at the same time?
So I know the street by heart at this point, but you are not most likely, especially getting into stuff, which is fine. None of us did when we first started. The most important thing is that you learn it over time. That's something that we can't teach you by the book. We just have to get you out into the field to learn that. That's something you'll learn over time. The most important two things you need to say in vehicle pursuits is the direction and cardinal. So if they make a left, you call out left. If they're going north, you call out left northbound. If they make a right, you call out right eastbound. As long as you can get those two things, you can say right eastbound, standby 1, Eastbourne Way. As long as you get those two things out, you need that for your parallel unit, which we'll get to later on. I don't want to clutter you with too much, but it's important that the other units following the pursuit know when a vehicle turns and what direction they are headed. So you don't have to know the upcoming street. I'm only saying it because I know it. But if you happen to know it, it's always good to know. It gives units an idea as to just where they are. So.
Like there's some streets that I know by heart. Like for example, like North Rockford and the ones that you said. Basically, like those I knew by heart. But there's some streets that
let's pick
I have
comms
more of
back
a
up.
hard time. Right, you got.
Will do. 125 regain visual, exiting out of the gas station off of Great Ocean, transitioning northbound Great Ocean Highway. Traffic is heavy, vehicles driving very sporadically. Vehicle is crossing into opposing lanes of travel. Now correct lanes of travel. Speed's picking up over 100 miles an hour northbound Great Ocean Highway. Approaching the Great Ocean Highway bank.
Yeah, we almost got T-boned.
Almost, that was close. Now past the Fleeca Bank off of Great Ocean Highway. Traffic is still heavy, please be careful. Northbound Great Ocean. Crossing into opposing lanes. Left, west, Barbonero Road. Correction, we're now facing northbound Barbonero. We are parallel with Great Ocean Highway. Left, westbound off-road. Headed down to the beach. Vehicle spun out. Back on its feet. Vehicle's reversing now, facing west.
Careful, Cap,
Vehicle's
don't
now
hurt
facing
yourself.
north. We're northbound on the beach, parallel with Barbonero Road. Crossing now back up toward Barbonero and Great Ocean, facing eastbound.
Oh my god.
Secondary spun out, regained, northbound Great Ocean Highway. These cars are like paper maches. Cap, you want me to go over PBS approval, or would you like me to hold off on that for now?
Nah, we can hold off on that.
Gotcha. Continuing northbound Great Ocean Highway, coming up on the Route 68 turnoff. Right eastbound, Route 68. Cutting in through the gas station off of Route 68 Great Ocean. Units behind, be careful. Exiting out of the gas station, transitioning eastbound Route 68. Continuing eastbound Route 68. Cross Buenvino Road. Speed still maintaining about 100 plus, 105. Continuing eastbound Route 68. Vehicles now approaching the Fort Zancudo turnoff, taking the Fort Zancudo turnoff, northbound. Entering into Fort Zancudo. Oh gosh. Vehicle braked heavily. Units behind, be careful. Watch your distance. Watch your spacing. Left westbound, entering into Fort Zancudo.
How do we arrive first?
How do we arrive first? What do you mean?
Weren't the other ones
Okay, I'm gonna go to channel
in front
5
of us?
now.
Gotcha. Are you okay?
Weren't they in
Pulling
front of
heavy
us?
at the gas station, pulling into the gas station.
Yo, Silver!
We have,
Thank you for the
y'all
raid, brother.
responding
Appreciate
to
you,
your car
man.
To Fort Zancudo.
Yeah, the car I was in has no fuel in it, so we're just
Thank
gonna
you,
hurry
brother.
over.
How was your
Copy.
stream, my man? The raid with 696. I know what you fucking did there.
That's why I was confused
I
because we
see
saw
your ass.
we saw him pass us on
Thank you, man.
on the
Thank you.
highway.
Thank you. Hope you're doing
I
amazing.
was like, wait.
I wanted to link up with you, but dude, the academy's getting crazy. If you guys don't follow still, go hit still up with a follow. Appreciate you, dudes.
That was great flop. Good
Yeah.
job. I loved it.
Oh my god. That was so blinding.
Yeah.
Flashbang.
Yeah, the flashbang. Oh my god.
Hey, yo, I didn't know I was home playing Counter-Strike.
Oh wow.
I know.
I'm judging.
You mean Valorant? Valorant, you're always fucking flashing that shitty ass
Nope. Vala who?
Shitty game. That's what I mean. That's why I said.
All right, so this is going to be. What are you okay with doing your radio etiquette class right here?
Yeah, that's fine. I don't mind.
Okay. We'll use this as your radio etiquette class right here. I'm going to look for the spot that we have set up for a shooting range.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
Is this everybody or?
No, they're refueling in Harmony. We're channel 5 now, by the way. Everybody's on 5.
Yeah, there's so.
We're gonna collapse back onto it.
Gotcha.
They're getting fuel because their vehicles were almost out of fuel too. They didn't refuel them from the last class. So I'm gonna drive around here for a bit. Just wait till everybody shows up. Everybody can hang out here.
Sure.
All right.
You guys ready for
How's it going,
our
guys?
class?
Get out of the way.
We made it.
How about you?
It's going fantastic. I'm happy.
Goblin looking head ass.
I'd rather
What
have a
the
goblin hand
hell?
than goblin fingers.
What the fuck? My hands are fine.
Flop, do you think he looks
these
like
prototypes-
like a goblin?
Did you say I look like a goblin? Wait a minute. Hold up.
Oh
No,
wow.
She told him. She told that him. So I
I'm
heard
a
her say.
human talking to them up there, Alice, but all I'm basically going to say is 3 things when it comes to radio communication. Just action, direction, location. That's it. It really boils down
That's good
to that.
information to know.
If you want to get more creative with it down the road, that's, up to you. But the very basics of it, action, direction, location. So, left,
These
right,
cars are not prototypes. I think these are
braking,
actually supposed to be
continuing,
cars that we eventually are going to be getting.
etc.
But yeah.
And direction, north, south, east, west, and then the street.
Does
Just
everybody
that over and over and over
understand
again
that?
on constant repetition.
Yeah.
The idea is we don't want filler words, and I'll go into this later, but filler words are kind of a no-no. And what I mean by that is don't say, vehicle is now making a left northbound on North Rockford Drive. All that should come out of your mouth is left northbound North Rockford Drive. That's it.
Yeah.
No fluff.
No fluff.
Yeah, because it puts too many words on the radio all the time, and makes that the radio never like shuts, right?
Yeah.
It's too much information for nothing.
Well, that's what I'm gonna go down. Radio etiquette's gonna be a lot to go into, but it's not gonna be a lot of. I'm gonna be giving you a lot of information, but it's not gonna be as long as some of the other prompts that we've done. I'm gonna give you kind of the foundational stuff that you need to know, and then obviously just what you learn, you're gonna apply in the field.
Okay.
The thing with radio etiquette and the thing with comms in general is, and I stress this with people, etiquette you can teach. Comms, roads, getting used to the way that you get to that end goal, aka, you know, learning the roads, learning how to drive, stuff like that. We can't teach that standing here. That is something we have to learn in field. That's something that we will learn over time.
Oh my god, their car is so dirty.
Man, what the fuck did he do? Is this everybody?
There should be 8 people. 8 cadets.
Awesome. Captain Turner, do you want me to wait for you to start this off, or you want me to just
go right ahead?
Perfect. All right. So to anybody who didn't catch my name before, my name's Flop. Flop Dugong. It's good to meet all of you. I'm glad to have you all here. I know Academy's been a lot, and I know that there's a lot of information to come and go. So I'm gonna try my best to consolidate most of this information. You good over there?
Sorry about that. Just a bit of a muscle spasm.
No, you're good. You're good. I'm gonna try and consolidate as much information as I can. I'm gonna try and talk slow and concisely so everybody can kind of follow along. To kind of just kick off radio etiquette, it is, I would argue, one of the most important things that we utilize on a day-to-day basis on duty. To break it down into like super simple, communication with one another is the most important thing, and how we relay that information. I was talking about it with my group before you guys showed up, but a lot of that is to do with fluff. We don't want fluff on the radio. What I mean by that is we want to get information out as clean, clear, and as concise as possible, so that we're not taking up too much time and wasting time on radio for what could be more important communication. I've broken down sort of where I want to focus on things, and I'll get into more complicated things as we go. But to start off, I want to just break down radio etiquette in itself. We want to utilize dispatch as much as we can. As of right now, I believe we are still working on foundationally building up dispatch. However, regardless, we have dispatch that is feeding us calls constantly. So you all have call signs now, which is good. The way that you would go about using your call sign in a comm, for example, saying like going on duty, you want to keep it simple. Dispatch, your call sign, mark me 1041. You will learn 10 codes as we go. I could sit here and teach you all your 10 codes, but that would, 1, be boring, and 2, something that you, again, are going to have to learn in the field and get a good understanding of and grasp. 1041 is calling yourself on duty. So in my instance, I would get on duty, turn on my radio, adjust my volume to what I need it, and as long as radio traffic is quiet, I would say dispatch 125, 1041. I'm now informing all units that I am on duty and I am in service. I do not want to get on radio and say, "Hi, Flop Dugong, I'm getting on duty. Are there any current actives?" No need for it. It's clutter. Etiquette is super important. We all follow a system. It always starts with our call sign. We always want to follow through with our call sign. Your call sign is something that we are all going to eventually learn and know, and it's going to be how we communicate with each other on radio. Does anybody have any questions about that?
No, sir.
Nope. Okay. Moving down the line, we want to try and keep it to one person talking at a time, if we can make that happen. What I mean by that is, if somebody is talking on the radio, we do not want to cut people off. We do not want to start jumping ahead of the line and start interfering with other people's radio comms. I guess I'll just ask a simple question. Do you guys know a good way of maybe relaying information if there is active radio patrol happening on channel 1? A good way to
311?
Perfect. Yeah. If you need to get something across and radio traffic is busy, and it's a non-emergency or is not taking priority over what's happening on the channel, 311 is your best friend. Same way that you would go about saying, for example, dispatch 125 1041. If you get on radio and there's an active and you need to let people know that you are in service, 311, dispatch 125 1041. Now units are aware that you're on duty. You did not have to interrupt radio comms. When comms do get quiet and you have an opportunity to speak up, we want to obviously encourage people to start talking on the radio. But again, just not interrupting each other. Anybody have any questions about that?
Oh, no, that's clear.
Okay. Just going down my bullet points here. I've talked about clutter on radio. We want our comms to be clear, concise, and to the point. We want to take out fluff and filler words. You will get that over time. You will learn that over time. Starting off, you might have a couple hiccups here and there with it, and that's fine. Your FTOs should be correcting you on that. What we want to see is improvement. What we want to see is you learning from those mistakes, learning from those small clutters. You're going to have it happen. It's going to happen. The biggest thing is that you're learning from these mistakes. Some other things about etiquette is we want to communicate with each other. And a lot of times it's easy to relay information on the radio between you and another party. We do not want to have conversations on radio, though. If, for example, I need to have a conversation with Alice, I'm not going to get on radio and ask Alice, hey, Alice, really quick question about what happened yesterday at the hospital, right? We don't want that. If you have to get in touch with Alice, or you have to get in touch with me, for example, you would say, like, for example, Alice, what is your call sign?
113.
113, that's right. 125 to 113 direct.
Send it.
Can I 25 with you at MRPD?
10-4.
Okay. That is an example of a way.
Disregard the shots fired.
Affirm. So in a situation where, for context, 25ing is just meeting in person and having a conversation, having a meeting in person. There's other ways of going around it too. Hey Alice, it's same rundown. Can I call you? Or what is your 20? Can I meet you at your 20? Stuff like that. We wanna avoid that main channel clutter. And a lot of the times we'll even switch frequencies if we have to. We want to try and keep main frequency clear. So sometimes I'll even say, hey, 125 to 113, send it. Can I speak with you on channel 7, for example? We try and usually avoid this if we can, but sometimes, depending on what's going on, it's easier to try and get information off of main channel. We want to keep main channel open so that radio traffic can continue as normal. Do we know why we switch frequencies in general? You know what? Actually, never mind. I've kind of explained that. We just want to keep channel 1 clear. As long as we can keep channel 1 clear, then traffic can flow normally.
I have one question.
Yeah, what's up?
How many channels are there total?
That's a good question. I believe we have up to 20, if not mistaken.
Okay.
I know some channels are utilized for certain departments. I don't know if that still holds to the case. I know doctors used to have radios. I don't know if that's still the case.
I can clarify. It is up to
it.
20, and doctor radio channel is 10.
Yeah. I don't know them all offhand, but you will learn them, and I promise you will learn them. You'll also utilize those channels pretty often. Like channel 10, for example, if you have a critical patient, sometimes EMS will get on channel 10 and let them know. If no EMS are on duty, sometimes we'll get on and say, PD to doctors, Center for Doctors. I have a critical patient currently en route to the hospital. Could I have a doctor on standby and ready to proceed with surgery or whatever, right? So some different other government entities do also have separate radio channels so that we can keep main channel clear. Up to this point for etiquette, do we have any questions or anything that you need me to clarify? Up to this point.
Not for me. No, sir.
Awesome. Let's move on to priority radio comms. I'm gonna bring this up, and I'm gonna indulge in it a little bit so that people understand. But I don't want to get too technical. This is stuff you will learn over time. But there are a lot of situations you will deal with where you will deal with having to do radio comms that take priority over anything else. We even will sometimes break comms. Do we know why we break comms or why we have priority comms and why we let people take things over?
In the case of a pursuit, maybe you don't want people on channel 1 during a pursuit, or if there was a pursuit, sorry, you want them to switch over frequency, maybe to channel 2 to prioritize that channel for that pursuit, so then people can use important information on channel 1.
That's fair. That works. Typically, we move channels on frequencies when we have enough units. If we don't have enough units and we have one unit chasing a car, we're not kicking one person off of channel 1. We use channel 1 to group together. Once we have enough units, we then move to a different channel. If we just moved one unit over, the real answer that I'm sort of pinpointing here is officer safety. We want to make sure officers are safe. And if we have one unit moving to a channel, then no one is listening to their frequency. Something could happen to them. That's unsafe. We care about officer safety, and communicating on the radio is all about officer safety, which is why we have certain comms that are priority. Some examples of that are, let's say, shots fired, vehicle pursuits, foot pursuits, and felony stops. I'm not going to break down all these to like a science. However, a lot of these calls will typically take precedent over other things. In a foot pursuit, for example, the reason why foot pursuits will usually take precedent and always take precedent over, let's say, a vehicle pursuit. Let's say somebody gets out of the passenger seat of a car and they start running, and the vehicle then takes off. If you are chasing on foot, you get priority comms. And the reason you get priority comms is because that is a more dangerous situation than the car fleeing from police. Someone could pull a knife, turn on you, stab you. We want you to have full radio at that point so that you can be the first to relay if something goes bad or shit hits the fan. And I'm going to tell you, it will happen. Doesn't happen very often, but it will happen. So be ready for that. You will eventually learn as you go through the field and as you respond to certain calls how we start to proceed and our etiquette for priority comms. It's really going to depend on a lot. Obviously, if a cop is being shot at or a cop is being stabbed, that is 78, which is an immediate officer in distress call, and that we need units at that position. Typically, in a dangerous situation or a high stress situation, we want people to have the floor and mainly prioritize that before we prioritize something that doesn't matter as much. For example, your life over a vehicle. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Any questions about that?
Not for me, sir.
No, sir.
Okay. In a situation where your life is in immediate danger and your life is being threatened, if you have the opportunity, and I'm going to make this very clear, if you have the opportunity, if someone comes up behind you with a knife to your throat, do not start talking on the radio. At that point, they have a knife to your throat, right? If they have the jump on you. If you have an opportunity, though, you need to make it known to units. I don't ever want to hear anybody go, 78s, I have someone coming up to me with a knife. I want, yo, 78s, I need help over off a Little Soul. I have somebody approach me with a knife. I need a little bit of urgency. I need a little bit of panic. I need something, because what happens is you will be on duty 8 hours a day, and you will eventually start to lose interest in hearing every little bit of piece of information. You will miss things. So in a situation where it is life-threatening, the urgency, not only one is going to kick people into high gear, but it's going to allow people to immediately get that information. You, at that point, have priority on radio. Your life is the most important. We care about your safety, and we want everybody here to be safe. Obviously, you know this obligation is a dangerous one. So whatever we can do to make sure that every other unit is aware of what is going on in that situation, that takes precedent. Any questions about that?
No, sir.
Yes, sir.
No.
Nope.
Awesome. Let me just check my notes, make sure I'm not missing anything super pressing. I'm going to brief over this one a little bit. You'll pick this one up in the field a little bit more. But if you are responding to a call and you have your primary officer on scene and they're giving out information over the radio, who should you be listening to at that call?
The primary officer.
Exactly. Not a trick question. What we get a lot on scenes is a lot of people have very important information. And this is also part of etiquette. This is not just radio etiquette. This is also etiquette with one another on scenes. We do respond to crazy scenes. I'll give you an example. Yesterday, we responded to a scene at the meat factory that involved 11 people. Out of the 11 people, 9 of them had knives and were stabbing each other, and we were 3 officers. So in a situation like that, it does get hectic. It does get crazy. The primary officer on scene, unless said otherwise by a command member, is the one that should be giving the information. So if you are the, let's say, first on scene, you have no command around, you're the one that's running the show, it is okay to delegate things to other officers. Now, if you're one of the people responding to these calls, typically I don't know, Captain, you can cut me off if I'm maybe not mistaken about this. We are going to try our best to not have you guys take the lead on scenes early. We want you guys to learn. We want you guys to sort of hear out and listen. I don't think we're going to try and prioritize you all leading your own scenes very often. If there is somebody else that is on scene that can take over.
Right. But before you become a leader, you got to be a follower.
Exactly.
Got to learn to follow first.
When you are on a scene, somebody gives you a comm. It could be anything. Hey, can you get a statement from the guy in the blue shirt off to the left? And, you know, for example, hey, Barrick, I have an individual in a yellow shirt. Can you go get their statement? Alice, I have another individual who's to the left of them. If you can split them up and talk to them, Mirandize the person in the blue. I saw them with a knife in hand at first. They could be our suspect. Whatever the case might be. We have people talking to people on scene. You may be delegated to transport suspects to the hospital. You might be asked to go in front to lock down the hospital. If you are given a task, part of the etiquette on radio is that you're able to follow that task. And it is very important, especially as of right now, if you have a lead on scene, they can't take care of everybody's job. And we work together as a team for a reason. If you're able to work together as a team, we're able to work more efficiently, and we're able to get jobs done a lot quicker, and we're able to get down to closing a case so we can move on to the next one. Does anyone have any questions about scenes, leading scenes, following orders, on scenes, and why we do that?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Good here.
Perfect. I'm going to touch on this a little bit. Not a lot, because we're going to be spending, correct me if I'm wrong, Turner, almost a whole day on vehicle pursuits. And we're going to try and focus on some of that, hopefully very soon. And you'll kind of get more information. Does anybody here understand what primary, secondary, and tertiary is?
First, second, and third unit.
Perfect. So, typically in a vehicle pursuit, you're going to have a primary unit chasing a vehicle in, let's say, a vehicle pursuit. You're going to have a secondary unit also following, and a third unit. In vehicle pursuits, we try our best to prioritize the secondary unit to always be the one to take comms. Now, there are situations where primary will have to take over. For example, if like the pursuit's just starting off, you know, 125, 1080, black and color cruiser, northbound North Rockford Drive, requesting a 77. When your backup comes, a 77 is a backup unit. When your backup unit comes, they are the ones, when they are comfortable, going to take over comms. I'm going to make a little tidbit here. This is a personal pet peeve of mine, and I think most people would probably agree. In the PD, when you take over comms and you are secondary, I don't want to hear 125 taking over comms secondary. I want to hear 125 secondary and just jump right into it. I don't want to hear anyone taking over anything. It's just your call sign, secondary, and you jump right into it. In the situation where secondary, let's say, spins out or whatever happens, you have tertiary. Tertiary will then take over, and they will take over the spot as secondary.